Nestra,
Phil?
I wasn't sure if you would come.
Well, you said it was urgent. A matter of life and death.
It is. Well, sort of. Come in, please. It's so good to see you again. It's been some time since I've seen you guys, eh? How are your parents?
All right.
And you?
I'm fine.
And how's...
Helen? Fine, too. That's who you really want to know about, isn't it? Helen?
Yeah, it is.
Well, she's doing all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I do know my own sister.
I suppose you do.
So, what's all this about? A matter of life and death?
Well, it's more about the quality of life, really. How things will be in the future.
Get to the point, Phil.
I see you're still as tactful as ever.
What is it you're after?
I'm after Helen. I want the two of us to get back together.
Are you nuts?
We had a good thing going until he came around. She loved me. I know she did. And I've never stopped loving her. Never. If we had another chance, we could make it work. I know we could.
Oh, for God's sake. She's married. Happily married.
Is she?
Of course she is. What the hell is this?
Happily?
Yes.
How can she be married to that jerk?
Oh, not this again.
I know. You think I'm flogging a dead horse here, but they should never have gotten together.
Well, they did. So get over it.
He's not the right man for her. He's vain, selfish, controlling.
And her husband.
The worst decision she ever made in her life.
Yeah? Well, I'm beginning to think it was one of her best.
You never did think much of me, did you? I know you only put up with me because I was dating Helen and you didn't want to hurt her feelings. But do you want to know something? I liked that. I really did. I liked the fact that the two of you were close and that she relied on you. You could always tell her things she needed to hear. She had a loyal sister who would never let her down.
So, what is this, Phil?
I have some upsetting news. Something I think will cause Helen a lot of pain. But it's something she needs to know.
What?
Nick has been cheating on her.
Cheating on Helen?
Yeah. I always thought he was the type who'd do that sort of thing, the bastard. Well, now I know it, for sure.
And you have proof that he's been unfaithful?
Oh, yes. I've been keeping an eye on him. I've been watching him very, very closely.
Watching? What do you mean?
Watching, observing his routine, studying his movements.
You've been stalking him?
I've been watching out for Helen. She deserves to know what that slime ball's been up to and who the skank is he's been up to it with.
Oh, I can't believe this. Are you sick? How can you do this?
I'm looking out for your sister's interests.
You can't spy on someone. It's illegal.
So is cheating on your wife, but it didn't stop him. And now he's going to get what he deserves.
Ah, so that's what this is all about. Revenge against Nick because Helen chose him over you.
She made a mistake, and I'm about to correct it.
This has nothing to do with Helen. You just want to get even with Nick. Well, I've heard enough of this.
I saw them. Both, Nestra. Clearly.
You saw?
I saw the two of them doing it.
My God! You were in the room when Nick was...
And now everyone else can see them in action too. All on this little DVD.
You taped them?
I sure as hell did. And it's all the proof I need. I think I'll title it Nicky Nicky Bang Bang.
How do I know it's real? It could be fake. photoshopped or whatever.
No, it's real. You can tell who he is.
And her?
Not her face. The only distinctive marks were these moles in the shape of the Big Dipper. Helen has to know. I think you should tell her.
Me?
You're her sister. You're the logical one to do it.
Oh, well, that could be a bit awkward. Why aren't you telling her?
Obvious reasons. She wouldn't believe me. She'd say I was lying to get Nick out of the way.
Isn't that true?
About replacing Nick, yes, but I'm not lying. The DVD proves that.
And if you tell her this yourself,
She might just kill the messenger, or at the very least banish me for life. No, I can't take that chance. That's why you've got to do it.
nice. I break her heart, and then you sweep in and console her and reclaim your rightful place.
Yes, but only after we get rid of him.
And you think it's going to be that easy?
Of course. All she has to do is watch the DVD. That's why I asked you over, to show you I'm telling the truth.
You invited me over to watch what is essentially a porno film.
I prefer to look at it as a sociological documentation of a failed marriage.
You filthy bastard. You're sicker than I thought.
And you have a choice to make.
Do you have any idea how much pain this will cause?
Yes. And possibly for the both of you. Or just for Helen. It's her choice.
How can you put her through this?
An odd question coming from you.
If you love her half as much as you say you do, you'll forget this whole thing.
It's because I love her that I'm going through with it. Yes, it will hurt her, but only for a short time. Once he's gone, life will be so much better. She will be with someone who will never betray her.
You're nuts. You know that? No wonder she chose Nick over you. He's 10 times the man you are.
Don't you dare defend him to me. He is a total and complete shit, and everyone knows it, except you and Helen. Well, today, Helen finds out one way or the other. And just because you know him in the biblical sense doesn't mean you know him well. Just you wait. Someday he'll break your heart as well.
How did you know?
About your moles? I know because I've seen them before.
What? When?
Years ago. That summer, I went to your family cottage with Helen. Don't you remember? I caught the two of you skinny dipping down at the pond. That's when I first saw your moles. The second time was when I taped the DVD.
I will never help you. Never.
You have no choice. Not really. If you don't tell Helen that Nick's been unfaithful, I'll make sure she gets this DVD and finds out who his partner is. You really think I've made only one copy? There are plenty more where that came from, and if you want, your sister will have one by the end of the day. So do what I ask. Tell her Nick's been unfaithful and it's time for her to leave him. Do that, and I see no reason for her to actually see the DVD at all. She'll never know who his paramour was. Well, not from me, anyway. And as for Nick, well, you can carry on being his slut for as long as you want. I don't really care. After today, neither of you mean anything to me.
There is a possibility that you didn't actually tape anything at all. That you were never there. Those DVDs might just be blank.
It's possible. But are you willing to take that chance?